Good Saturday morning. Welcome to the Southeast Idaho Weather Hazard Briefing, presented by National Weather Service, Pocatello. Taking a look at our key points over the next several days, we do have a warming trend continuing through the weekend, with isolated to scattered thunderstorms generally over higher terrain, and locally breezy to windy conditions for the next several days. Taking a look at the weather risk outlook, you'll see that we do have a combination of breezy to windy conditions and showers and thunderstorms in various areas over the next several days. By the time we get to Wednesday, we do expect conditions to quiet down a little bit as a ridge of high pressure builds back in. Feel free to stop this graphic or stop this briefing and take a closer look at the graphic for the areas that you are concerned about. Getting into some of the details, let's take a look at the satellite imagery across the region. You can see some cloud cover shifting across Oregon, Washington, Idaho, and into Montana. That's a signature of some of the shortwave energy that's moving across the region, and maybe some impetus for some showers and thunderstorms to develop throughout the day today. Speaking of that warming trend, we do see that temperatures are starting to approach 90 or exceeding 90 in some cases across many of our lower elevation areas today. The highest temperatures should be across the Magic Valley. Best chance for precipitation will be across the northern areas, particularly north of a line from approximately Sun Valley to Driggs. We may see a few thunderstorms develop across the southern and southeast highlands today from the southern Sawtooth areas across to Bear Lake, but we wouldn't be expecting much precipitation out of those, maybe just some gusty winds. The best chance of precipitation does lie to the north today. Wind gusts this afternoon and this evening. Generally strongest across the eastern Magic Valley, some of the higher terrain in the Central Mountains, and into the Arco Desert. That warming trend continues into Sunday. We can see the 90-degree temperatures extend from the Magic Valley all the way up towards Idaho Falls on Sunday, and including some of those valleys, including the Raft River and areas to the south. Not much in the way of thunderstorm development during the day on Sunday, but we could see a few generally along the divide and up to the Island Park area. Wind gusts do look a little bit stronger Sunday afternoon and evening, particularly across the Magic Valley, Arco Desert, and stretching up towards the Idaho Falls and Rexburg area, but also including some of the higher elevations across the Central Mountains. Shifting into Monday, we're starting to see maybe a little bit of a cool down in temperatures, particularly across the Magic Valley, where you'll see the biggest drop. But we still are expecting temperatures in the upper 80s, generally to around 90 for most of the lower elevation areas. Precipitation, see some of those isolated showers and thunderstorms starting to spread across more of the area. Chances aren't quite as great, but they are covering more of the eastern Idaho higher elevations. Wind gusts, however, do look a little bit stronger. You can see the stronger winds really impacting those higher elevations and some of the northwest to southeast aligned valleys through the Central Mountains, but also spreading out into the Snake Plain, including the interstate corridor from Burley up to Rexburg and the Raft River Valley through Interstate 84. For Tuesday, we really do start to see a little bit more of a tick down in temperatures for the 4th of July, which should make it pretty pleasant for areas showing off some of their fireworks displays. Precipitation forecast for Tuesday afternoon and evening, generally highlighting the northeast corner, including Island Park down to Driggs and possibly even Soda Springs. And wind gusts do not look nearly as strong as they do on Monday, with just some locally breezy conditions spreading through the Arco Desert, Snake Plain, and then west toward the Magic Valley. Let's retouch on those key points. And we do have that warming trend continuing today and tomorrow, then dipping into a very slight cool down heading into Monday and the 4th of July. We're seeing some isolated to scattered thunderstorms over higher terrain and locally breezy to windy conditions in the Snake River Plain and the higher elevations across the Central Mountains, especially on Monday. That'll conclude the briefing from Southeast Idaho National Weather Service Pocatello for today. Hope everybody has a great beginning to the holiday weekend. Thank you for joining us.